What's up, guys? My name is Coach Vito from Coach Vito TV. Now, yesterday, guys, I took mushrooms, so let's get into that story immediately. I took this mushroom called penis envy. Now, I've heard of it prior, and I heard that it was like a really psychedelic mushroom and that you see a lot of hallucinations. And I was craving a trip. I think my body was telling me like I needed to let go of stuff because I feel like I had a lot of deep trauma that I have inside that I just need to let go. So I used the form of the psychedelics. I think it's called psilocybin. That's what my friend Chase. I went with a good friend of mine named Chase. So yeah, we went to this park. If you do decide to do mushrooms, I suggest that it be a beautiful day. First of all, I also suggest that you go out walking within nature. And so yeah, yesterday was a beautiful experience. Let's talk about the trip. So we popped the mushrooms in the truck. We popped it. I didn't start feeling the effects of the mushrooms until about 30 minutes to an hour after I took the mushrooms, and it was amazing. Let me tell you that. First of all, we were just talking about life, so I definitely suggest as well that you go with a friend, somebody that you trust, and hopefully it's somebody that does it with you so they experience the trip as well. I was able to unlock different subconscious levels and deep trauma that I didn't even know hurt me. Like, I stuffed it so deep inside my memory, inside the vault, that as soon as I took the mushrooms and as soon as we were talking about stuff that was just bothering us, like we were just venting, like I was able to describe stuff and really speak from the heart, speak from the mind, from the soul, and it was really good. Like, I even cried at one point. Like, I shed a tear. I didn't even know what I was crying about. And then I figured it out later why I started crying. But it wasn't like I wasn't bawling out crying. It was more like I was shedding tears. Like, I had to let go of the tears. I forgot the last time I cried, first of all. And I think I feel like men, we get criticized a lot for crying and showing emotion. And fuck that. Like, sometimes a real man gotta cry. And at least if you're not like a crybaby, don't be like crying and complaining and moaning all the time. But if you cry once in a while, because you have pain, us as men, we're taught, at least in Hispanic culture, we were taught that crying was a bad thing, and that if you cry, like, the strong boys don't cry, the strong men don't cry. So we were taught not to cry. So taking that, it was amazing. Like, the hallucinations, I felt like a body high. So when taking the PNSNB, I felt a body high, like after the 30 minutes to an hour. I didn't really see any hallucinations, as in like I didn't see like the trees moving or breathing or anything, but I felt I felt so in tune with nature. Like, I could talk to the animals, not like speak conversation, but I could like really see that they're human, they're alive just like me, like they're breathing just like me and you. Same thing with like things like grass and the leaves. Like, everything is a living being. There's life in everything. Even man-made objects like this watch could be like, I don't know if it has feelings. I wouldn't say it has feelings, but everything moves. It has like, everything breathes. Everything's alive. So I was just so in tune with that. We went by a hill, which was awesome. Like, the view, I was like, we were on a hill in Comset, and we looked down, and all you saw was like the water and like the sand and the view. I don't know if it was because I was on the mushrooms, but the view, it felt so long. Like, my view was distorted. Like, I thought the beach was way closer than it actually was, but it was so far from me at the same time. Like, I'm like, it's right there, but it's really all the way over there. I don't even know if I'm making sense to y'all. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, somebody just got stopped. If you're enjoying this video, please leave a like on it. Please subscribe as well. I definitely do appreciate it. Leave a comment if you ever tried penis envy or any mushrooms at that. I'd love to hear your stories. Leave it in the comments for other people. And if you have more tips, leave it for them in the comments as well. But let's get back to the story. So I took the mushrooms. We're on the hill. We just talked. Like, me and Chase, we're really good friends. We were just able to sit in silence and just look at the view and appreciate it. And I felt like a wild animal. Like, we felt like we were animals at one point, man. Like, we ended up bleeding onto the beach. We went onto the beach, and we were just talking about life. I felt like I had trauma. That beach has a lot of like memories that I wanted to get rid of. So yesterday, I feel like I really was able to just let go of it and just move on with my life. So we were just sitting on the sand. I ended up taking off my shoes. He did it first. He took off his shoes. He was like, let me go by the water. Let me feel the water. And me, I love exploring as well. So I was like, I might as well do it too. Took off my shoes, took off my shirt, just being kissed by the sun, putting my feet in the water, started doing sprints back and forth at the beach, doing workouts, doing push-ups, and just talking about life. Because Chase is older than me, so he was able to give me life advice. That he was like literally like big bro, like, because I'm so alone. Like I wouldn't say like I don't want to say as a sad thing, because I was talking about it with him yesterday. Like I'm alone most of the time. Like right now, like I'm alone. Nobody's with me at all. But I'm still not like I'm not depressed. I'm not lonely. But sometimes I maybe deep down inside I'm really craving that social connection with people. So that's something the mushroom really opened my eyes about. Like I gotta start being able to talk to more people. But then again, most people are assholes. Like I was at the gym. We went to the gym after we went at the beach and all that stuff. We went to the gym, and I remember like I'm one of those friendly people. Like I can come up to you and be like, "What's good, bro? Like how you doing?" And I remember I did it to one guy. We were doing pull-ups. I was like, "What's good, bro? This guy looks like he knows what he's doing." And bro was not having it. Some people, I'm pretty bad at reading the room. I'm thinking everybody's friendly when most people aren't friendly at all. Most people are assholes at that, if I'm being completely honest. But yeah, we were on the beach. I didn't want to swim because the water was a little bit cold. But the weather yesterday was absolutely amazing. Sitting on the beach, I looked up at the sky, and it was like the sky was purple. Like I'd see, he said it was called sacred geometry. I'm actually going to look that up right after this. What I was seeing was shapes. Like if you look inside like a horoscope, or I don't know the word, a kaleidoscope, I believe. Those shapes I was seeing like in the sky. I didn't want to look at the sun. Because I heard stories that people on LSD and acid and all that stuff, they look at the sun and then they get blind. I'm not with that, guys. What are you thinking? Please. But taking the mushrooms, I was looking up at the sky. Like it was such a clear blue sky that I just started seeing the shapes, and they were coming together into one. And I remember if I'd close my eyes, I'd see geometric shapes, and it'd be like smiley faces in the shapes, which was absolutely amazing. I probably should have taken more time to just sit and look at those images and see what my mind was doing. But I was so lost in the conversation and lost in the moment. I was just had a lot of realization moments, like epiphanies while on the mushrooms, and that was something I definitely needed for the soul. I don't know if I'm gonna do that like all the time, but that's definitely a once in a while sort of thing, just to put that fire back. Like I feel like I got some questions answered that I needed. And if you're thinking about doing mushrooms, I definitely recommend it. But I gave you some suggestions. Leave it in the comments if you got any more suggestions. But with that being said, I'm going to try to be consistent on this YouTube channel. So please like, subscribe, and we'll get moving to the next one. I'll see y'all. Ciao.